Hector and the Trojans have breached the Achaean defenses and are now upon the ships. All seems lost for the Achaeans, but Zeus looks away from the fighting and turns his gaze towards Thrace. Poseidon notices that Zeus isn't paying attention and goes to the Achaeans. The god of earthquakes takes on the form and voice of Calchas, the seer, and first commands both men called Ajax, great and little. Ajax, Ajax, both of you, fight to save the Achaean armies. Call up your courage, no cringing panic now. At other points on the line I have no fear of the Trojan hands, invincible as they seem, troops who had stormed our massive wall in force. Our men-at-arms will hold them all at bay. But here I fear the worst, I dread a breakthrough. Here this firebrand, rabid Hector leads the charge, claiming to be the son of high and mighty Zeus. But the two of you, if only a god could make you stand fast yourselves, tense with all your power, and command the rest of your men to stand fast too, then you could hurl him back from the deep sea ships, hard as he hurls against you, even if Zeus himself impels the madman on. Poseidon fills both men with strength and energy. They know that they have been in the presence of a god. Poseidon then goes to others, whipping them on with insults. Shame, you Argives, raw recruits! And I trusted in you, certain that if you fight you'll save our ships. But if you hang back from the grueling battle now, your day has dawned to be crushed by Trojans. What disgrace! A marvel right before my eyes, a terrible thing. And I never dreamed the war would come to this, the Trojans advancing all the way to our ships, men up till now who had panicked like deer, food in the woods for jackals, leopards, wolves, helpless, racing for dear life, all fight gone. For months on end the Trojans would have no heart to stand and face the Argives' rage and bloody hands, not for a moment. But now, quite exposed, far from Troy they battle around our hollow ships, thanks to our leader's weakness, our armies slacking off. Our men fight with him. They'd rather drop and die by our fast-trimmed ships than rise to their defense. And what if it's all true, and the man's to blame, lord of the far-flung kingdoms, hero Agamemnon, because he spurned the famous runner Achilles? How on earth could we hang back from combat now, heal our feuds at once? Surely they can be healed, the hearts of the brave. How can you hold back your combat fury any longer? Not with honor, you, the finest men in all our ranks. Why, not even I would rail against that man, that worthless coward who cringes from the fighting. But you, I round on you with all my heart. Weaklings! You'll make the crisis worse at any moment with this hanging back. Each of you get a grip on yourself. Where's your pride, your soldier's sense of shame? A great battle rises before us. Look! Hector, the king of the war cry, fights beside our ships, assaulting in all his force. Hector's crashed our gates. He's burst the tremendous bar. The Achaeans, spurred on by Poseidon, form up for battle and withstand the Trojan onslaught. The fighting is fierce, and many men fall. When Amphimachus is killed, little Ajax lops a man's head off in rage, which rolls like a ball to the feet of Hector. The death of Amphimachus also causes Poseidon to rage. Poseidon takes on the form and voice of Thoos, speaking to Idomeneus and urging him on. Much of the book is filled with graphic scenes of violence. Eventually, after much fighting, the Achaeans begin to wear down the Trojans. At this point, Polydamas rushes to Hector and says to him, "Impossible man, won't you listen to reason? Just because some god exalts you in battle, you think you can beat the rest at tactics too? How can you hope to garner all the gifts at once? One man is a splendid fighter, a god has made him so. One's a dancer, another skilled at lyre and song, and deep in the next man's chest far-seen Zeus plants the gift of judgment, good clear sense. And many reap the benefits of that treasure, troops of men he saves, as he himself knows best. So now I will tell you what seems best to me. Look, the battle burns like a swirling crowd around your head, but our valiant Trojans, once they scaled the wall, some fall back from the front, idling in armor, others soldier on, squads against massed formations, scattering helter-skelter round the halls. Draw back now! Call the best of our captains here, this safe ground. Then we can all fall in and plan our tactics well, whether we fling ourselves against the ships, if Zeus would care to hand us victory now, or beat retreat from the beach and cut our losses. I fear they'll pay us back for yesterday's triumph. He waits by the ships, a man never sated with battle. I doubt he'll keep from the fighting any longer, not with all his war lust. Hector agrees and commands Polydamas. You stay here, hold back our captains here. I'm on my way over there to meet this new assault. I'll be back soon, once I've given them clear commands. So Hector goes to the front to look for his leading men. Many of them, however, are dead or tending to their wounds. Hector sees Paris and goes to him. Paris, appalling Paris, our prince of beauty, mad for women, you lure them all to ruin. Where's Deiphobus, Helenus, rugged warlord, Adamas, Asius' son, and Asius' son of Phatercus? Where's Othryoneus? Tell me. Now all towering Troy is ruined top to bottom. Now one thing's certain, your own headlong death. And Paris, magnificent as a god, responds. Hector, bent on faulting a man without a fault. At other times I might have shrunk from the fighting, true, but not today. Mother bore me, even me, not to be a coward through and through. Think, since you fired our comrades' fury against the ships, from that hour we've held our ground right here, taking the Argives on, in non-stop, no rest. Our comrades are dead, Hector, those you inquire about with such concern. Only Deiphobus and the rugged warlord Helenus have made it back alive, wounded with sturdy spears, both in the hand too. Now lead the way, wherever your fighting spirit bids you, all of us right behind you, hearts intent on battle. Nor do I think you'll find us short on courage, long as our strength will last. Past his strength, no man can go, though he's set on mortal combat. So now Hector is persuaded by Paris, and the two go back into the fighting.